We can use the Fractions app to answer some questions about fractions. For example, the Home Connections problem Quadrilaterals and Fractions on page 137, question 2, asks students to write some fractions on a number line and then name some of those fractions that were equivalent. Using the number line from the problem is a great way to do that. We can also check our work or explain it in a different way using the pieces that we see on this app. So since the fractions in that problem have the denominator of 6 and 3, I'm going to click on this section here and choose the 6 for 6 parts. Move that over into the middle. I'm going to do another one that has a denominator of 3 or 3 parts. So I have one bar that's divided into sixths and one bar that's divided into thirds. So for example, then if I want to color it in to show some parts, I use this fraction fill button down here. I'm going to choose orange. And if I do one section there, I have 1 out of 3 sections, so that's 1/3. If I want to find something that's equivalent, pick another color and I color into this one. If I make a mistake and accidentally color in another one, I can just click that same section again and it'll undo it. Also works later on when you're subtracting fractions. If I click off that and click in this button here, it'll label the fractions. So I see that 2 6 are equivalent to 1/3. I can go back to my fill and just keep going, and it'll change the label here as I fill in more. 4 6, 5 6, 6 6. I can see that that is the same as 1 whole. It still labels it as 6 6 because I have 6 equal parts. I can just back that up if I want to. If I keep coloring in this one here, now I can see that 2/3 is equivalent to 4 6. It's important to make sure that the bars are equal size. So if I were to make it bigger, just to make sure that I could see it, I'd also want to make sure that I make this bar the same size as well. You can move them together and they'll kind of snap together there so that they're lined up. That might make it easy to see that they are equivalent wholes, equivalent bars. This app, like many of the others, has this info button on the bottom. If I click that, it tells me lots of different things that I can do with the tools there. It talks about the labels I just showed you, and that you can drag to color in more than one section at a time. We don't use the circles so much in 3rd grade, so I wouldn't worry about that. I would stick to the bars. Just clicking out of that. I can also use my drawing tools to cross things out, fill things in, or label if I wanted to, that this one is 1 6, 2 6, 3 6, 4 6. I could label that inside the bar if I wanted to, just using some of the other tools that are there on this side.